You better hop on that Ange train now before you get left behind, boy. Tottenham Hotspur victorious again. Brennan Johnson makes it 5 games in a row. Plenty of changes to the first team lineup. And like I said, the train is heating up, baby. And you don't want to miss it. Come on, you Spurs. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I knew today was going to be a good one when I seen Mikey Moore in the starting 11. And if you're like me, my homies, you probably felt the same way. Changes to the first team lineup for this one. We seen the likes of Mikey Moore, Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray, all getting the start today. A positive move by Ange Postecoglou, trying to bleed in these youngsters during these European matches when we're facing probably not the most formidable of opponents. I do have to give props to Ferencvaros. That's my attempt to pronounce this team. On the day, it was just not meant for you guys. And Ange Postecoglou decided to experiment a bit. Not with the goalkeeper situation, no experimenting there. Vicario holds down that spot, and rightly so. He needs to get this consistency. He needs to get the rhythm. If we can have Vicario on, I just prefer that. I would hate for Vicario to pick up an injury, which is why these cup games are very good to be able to rotate. But right now, do we have the rotation at the goalkeeper position? That's the tough question. A move we've seen Ange Postecoglou execute in the past. Archie Gray, not too uncomfortable in that left back position. Adds a different flair than Udogie. However, it's starting to look as if the drop off is not that far from Udogie to Archie Gray. My opinion, this is just my opinion. In the middle there, we had Ben Davies going with a bit of assurance, going with a bit of consistency. We know what we get when Ben Davies is in the lineup. And Ange Postecoglou made the right choice, resting Mickey van de Ven. Crucial time coming up for Tottenham Hotspur. Big games against Brighton and West Ham. And we need to have our key players fit and ready for these matchups. Resting Mickey van de Ven was a good call. And like I said, you're bringing in Ben Davies, who's always going to offer you consistency. You know what he brings to the table. Partnering up with Cuti Romero as his center back, and then we had Pedro Porro on the right. Look, I like this type of hybrid back line. You have the young and the old on the left, and you have the regular starters on the right. In my opinion, it added a perfect blend for this opponent on the day. Ange Postecoglou gets a 10 out of 10 for his lineup selection. Going with the Ange Postecoglou masterclass, this was another example why. Bring Yves Bissouma back into the lineup. In the Premier League, we've seen Rodrigo Bentancur and we've seen Yves Bissouma kind of taking a bit of a backseat in that competition. So this was the time for him to have his game. This was his time to try and get some minutes under his boots. And he was accompanied by the pairing of Lucas Bergvall and Pape Maté, who did score the opening goal. We will get into that in a while. Not what we're used to seeing. Lucas Bergvall coming into the lineup. You'd have to think he took over where James Maddison probably fills in. And Pape Sarr kind of holding down that role that he's used to. Jumping forward to our front line. Here's where, if there was any critique to this lineup, it would be here. But no harsh critique at all. Just a simple, scratch of the eyebrow. We go with Werner off to the left, Mikey Moore making his debut on the right, and through the middle we have Will Lancashire getting his start as well. I just felt like to start this game off, we were kind of selling ourselves short up top, if that makes any sense. Werner has not been a fan favorite lately. It's not been my favorite. And that's the only reason why, and that's the only, I don't want to say weak link in the chain, because it's not a weak link. I just feel like that's the only spot where maybe we could have went something different. Maybe give him the rest and put Brennan Johnson to start. Maybe Kulusevski. Maybe do some tweaking there with the lineup. But look, it is what it is, my homies. We start the match, and let's just get right into it. Not much to talk about during this match besides the fact we did win 2-1 to continue our 5-game win streak. I will touch a bit on the goals. There was a play in the Ferencvaros box that the ball just seemed to be bouncing around. Matchday found himself in front of the goal with possession of the ball and just hammered it into the back of the net, scoring our first goal. Matchday getting another one. This is his second goal. I think he scored on our first European match of the season last week, and I think he got another one this week. Let me know down in the comments. Matchay's second goal, right? And good on him, and very good on him, because like I touched on in one of my last update videos, Matchday was one of these players that was kind of becoming inconsistent for me. He's totally kicked it around, and he's totally gotten the wheels moving, as the whole team has, for that matter. We're talking about a game that was fairly back and forth. Tottenham did have more of the possession. However, we spent a lot of that time, just doing the same things we do, back and forth, and we always let our opponent back into the game, which is what we did at the end of this match. It's just, there's still things that we need to iron out. Everything seems to be laying itself out. And now you're starting to see even the second string players, I hate to really call them that. I hate to call them backups, You start to see the squad players integrated into the team and integrated into first play action. And our team did not slip up at all. I don't even think that our defense was, that bad on the day. And granted, this was a Ferencvaros team that, I keep saying it, I hope I'm pronouncing it. This was a team that we're facing that is undefeated at home. I don't know if they're first place in their domestic league, but I know they're on a rich reign of form right now. And to be able to walk into their stadium, oh my God. Oh yes, which we do have to address, my homies. Wherever you were watching this match from, were you able to tell how the vibe was on the stadium? I know when I was watching this game inside, I can hear the vibes, I can hear the stadium. There was a moment there, I want to say in the second half, where play was a bit suspended, nothing crazy, just the whistle was blown, a timeout was called. Too much smoke. It was definitely interfering with the view, and the referee wanted to make it, just calm down, just let everybody take a breather and let the smoke clear up, because the flares were definitely going. I'm sure these grounds around Europe are much more different environment than the grounds in the UK. You get these crazy environments with all of these smoke grenades and these flares. A different brand of ultras, and it's 100% an intimidating environment, and it could be much more so for a player like Mikey Moore, for a player like Lucas Bergvall, players making their debuts, and players that are just not used to this environment. Major respect for the crowd in Budapest. Your team was excellent on the day, however, Tottenham, we were just a cut above. And I just want to take a second to myself give this man a round of applause. Brennan Johnson on a 5-game scoring streak. As we like to say here in Denver, that Johnson is so hot, baby. So hot. That's a crowd favorite. Here at the pub, that's a good one. That Johnson is so hot. Big up to Royce. Made that one popular here in Denver. The type of player Ange Postecoglou wanted to bring in, many people are probably still, asking themselves why. It's probably getting a bit uncomfortable for some of the fellow YouTubers who have been such haters of Brennan Johnson, who has made you guys shut the fuck up. Man, it's lovely, I'm not gonna lie. Brennan Johnson, long may it last, my homie, because you put a smile on my face, and I know I'm not the only one. You at home right now watching this video are smiling as well. And with that being said, like and subscribe if you've made it this far, not for me, but for the 5 goals that Brennan Johnson has scored for you and for me. Get in, my homie. Yes, so impossible to not be pumped and impossible not to make this video, but I must bring myself back down. I must bring myself back down for a bit. Look, there's still things that Tottenham Hotspur need to pan out. There's still things that we need to work on. Like I mentioned earlier, we got scored on again. The goal that was ruled offside, worrying again, right? This is worrying signals again. We do have things that we need to work on. I'm not quite sure what we need to work on because I'm not a coach. I'm simply just an observer. And as soon as Tottenham can figure that out, we are going to be one dangerous beast. I mean, we already are. Is there signs there that we already are? A 5-game win streak. Say it again. And a way to, and on the road as well. A proper way to do it. Ferencvaros do get their goal in front of their fans. A well-deserved goal, if I'm honest. They played a very good game. I did say earlier in this video, it was back and forth. We did have more possession, but don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. One thing I will say is fair play to our players. Not one booking, no yellows, no reds. 17 shots, 7 of those hitting the target, 2 of those going in for goals. And yes, my homies, we are flying high heading into the weekend. I hope you had a wonderful Thursday night. What a feeling, what a night, watching the Tottenham play on a European night. Once again, the Tottenham win. This time, we make it a 5-game winning streak with Brennan Johnson equally up to it, my homies. Making all the haters. No match day vlog, as it was a different type of kickoff. 10:45 a.m. here in Denver, and it would have just been weird. Probably nobody else there besides myself, and I thought if that's the case, I might as well just do that from the comfort of my house here. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. I'm always just running back and forth at the pub, wiling people up, and just being myself. And here I was able to relax, observe, watch the game, spend some time with my dog, and just be at peace. I've had a crazy month. September was one of the busiest months I can remember. And it's all been documented, my homies. A couple of away days with the Rapids, a couple of Tottenham vlogs, all the videos you can check out. And I still have to make my Colorado Rapids match day vlog from last night. No spoilers. If you made it this far in the video, you deserve one of these. Bam. Much love to you, my homie. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to check out this match day vlog right here. It is Colorado Rapids, but you guys will enjoy it. Trust me.